The new DLC for Streets of Rage 4 is finally here, Mr. X Nightmare. And man oh man, this is exactly what this game needed. In my original video where I just lavished this game with praise, I mentioned the need for a training mode, and now we have it. We've got a long list of specific training modes that show you how defensive specials work, how to defend against projectile weapons, specific character tutorials, and you can take any character you want into free training mode and practice your combos on a dummy. And not just that, there's a bunch of modifiers as well. Change the intelligence of the enemies, change how many spawn, change which enemies you fight, spawn weapons, and you can turn the training room into utter chaos. This is a wonderful addition, not just for practice, but for creating crazy fights to challenge yourself if you want. Mr. X Nightmare introduces 3 new playable characters to the roster, Max, Estelle, and Shiva. All 3 characters have their own unique playstyle. Max, as you would expect, is very slow, but also very powerful. He's got this cool chokehold, and he can jump in the air after a grab, throwing enemies into groups of other enemies, and there's a pile driver that launches into combo. I'm not a big fan of this character. I prefer my characters to be fast with launching attack strings, which is why I love Shiva so much. Since I'm primarily an Atom player, Shiva feels very comfortable to use. Launching attack strings with a launching charge attack, and a 4-hit air combo into air special. His air special is good for hazard evasion, and then he has a neutral air attack that works as a ground smash. He was a very easy character to pick up, and I played all the way through the campaign with him immediately. Estelle is great too, and feels a bit more technical than Shiva, but what do I know, I'm a casual player. She's got a defensive special that stuns enemies, leading to combo launchers, and look at this awesome grab attack where she spins around the enemy twice and hurls them across the screen for a wall bounce. And in the air, her special tosses a grenade to bounce them again. I think as I continue to play, I'm going to take a hard look at Estelle because she looks very fun to play as. And who is that? Is that Rue from Streets of Rage 3? Yes, he's finally back. There's a cheat code to unlock him, and he feels absolutely busted. It's great, such a thrill to play as him again and just screw around. All the new characters have a few Otg attacks as well. If you don't know what Otg means, it stands for on the ground. Normally, when an opponent hits the ground, you can't hit them again. An Otg can. Max's charge attack is an Otg, so you can start a combo, do the blitz attack to carry to the corner, and set up his charge attack and bounce them off the ground into a follow-up. Shiva's defensive special can Otg, though sometimes I struggle with the timing of it. And his blitz attack is great for Otgs. He just sweeps people off the ground and then he can cancel into his air special. Estelle's Otg capability, as far as I can see, has crazy potential. Her combo string ends with a flipping launcher that can connect to her charge attack, which is another flip that Otgs. And then in the air, her special tosses a grenade that appears to Otg again. Learning these Otg setups really opens up the combat possibilities, and if you've never played with them, you really should. Many characters, if not all characters, have gotten some adjustments. Buffs, nerfs, some characters that just didn't feel right feel better to play now. There are no additional levels or enemies added to the campaign, which I found a bit disappointing, but they more than make up for it with a survival mode. Pick your character, or 2 if you're playing with a friend, you get 1 life, and you go through stage after stage of unique challenges as enemies get increasingly more difficult. Upon completion, each stage gives you a choice of upgrades. Damage increase, add fire effects to weapons, double jump, however you want to modify your game. Lots of boss battles, annoying hazard arenas, loads of classic enemies from the old Genesis titles who are huge pains in the ass. Many unique stages too. I haven't made it all the way through, I don't even know if there is an end to this thing. It's endless, it says it right there on the screen. But as far as I've seen, every stage has been a unique environment. And they're beautiful. Some of them are old school levels with the classic graphics filter, and look at this adorable wall painting for all the characters. I love it. As you're playing survival mode, you'll unlock new special moves for your character. Every character now has alternate versions of their blitz attack, defensive special, advancing special, air special, and super move. So you can mix and match these different abilities and build your own version of your favorite character and even take them into the campaign. This is exactly what this game needed, a reason to come back and play endlessly. Because, I'll be honest, I love Streets of Rage 4. It's the best game I've played this year by far, and I gave it very high praise in my video. But after that, I didn't play it anymore, because I'd already beaten the game on Mania and there wasn't anything else to see. I don't obsess too much about rankings, and I'm not interested in going for perfect runs, I just like playing the game. It got boring after a while, so I stopped. It desperately needed a training mode, and especially a survival mode. Now I just play, and when I die, all I want to do is hit restart and go for another run. And the music, wow, how is it this good? I do believe there's a bit of doom in this music as well. That makes 2 games recently that have used the Doom riff. And that's all I have to say really. Mr. X Nightmare turns Streets of Rage 4 into a complete package featuring loads of extras. Some of this stuff should have been there from the start, like training mode, but the rest of the additions definitely justify the purchase and take Streets of Rage 4 from being one of the best games I've played recently to possibly one of the best games I've ever played. There's a very deep experience behind this simple beat-em-up playstyle, now offering 6 difficulty options since adding Mania Plus, the difficulty level for the masochists out there. You can pick this game up on normal and just mess around, and when you're ready to move on to a higher difficulty, you'll start seeing how important it is to engage in all the game's mechanics, taking you deep into the fun zone. Seriously, when talking about the fun zone on this channel, I don't think there's any game that does it better than Streets of Rage 4. And can I say just one more thing? This game has the best menus. Every option you choose loads instantly. They're easy to navigate, no loading times at all. The game boots up quickly and lets you exit the game lightning fast. It's a small detail, but as a content creator, I have to open and close games a lot and mess around with the settings a lot, and something like that is really appreciated. This game and its DLC get my highest recommendation, and everyone who watches my channel and supports what I'm trying to say about games absolutely needs to play this, if only just to try it out for a few days and see what it's all about. Thanks for watching, see you next time.